While this loads up, watch your language. Watch your language. The language we both use internally and aloud that feeds directly into our subconscious as with our thoughts. If the language we use is unregulated, directly into our subconscious, and with our thoughts, if the language we use is unregulated, it will work against us by fueling our fears and doubts. There are a few ways to use language to help you manifest. More effectively, remove the word if and replace it when. When people talk about the things they want to manifest to the goals they want to reach, they often use the word if. For example, if I get that job, or if I meet someone. The word if says to the universe, I don't really know or trust this. If says to the universe, I don't really know or trust that this will actually happen. I don't know or trust that this will actually happen. The doubt is highlighted in the if, and you cannot manifest from a place of doubt. From now on, ask that you never use the word if again. Instead, when. For example, when I get my new job, or when I meet my perfect partner. When you talk about your future using language that reflects certainty, your subconscious will respond by directing everything towards you reaching the goal. Talk about what do you want, not what you don't. If you were to tell me now about that you really don't, something that you really don't want to happen, you would first imagine what it would feel like if it did happen. So when we speak about something we don't want, our subconscious still mentally and emotionally experience it. As we know, this will change our vibrations so that what we imagine. What's up, Barry? So yeah, guys, so what we imagine the Tao is highlighted in the if. From now on, I ask you never use the word if. Instead, when, for example, when I get my new job, when I meet my perfect partner, when I have my perfect rollout on my birthday, when I manifest all my friends coming and having a good time, is knowing that when these things manifest in my life, it will be something beautiful. When they give me the gift that I want, when they give me the vibe that I want, when I have the vibes and family that I want there, and the vibes for my birthday, when I reach my 10K month, when I reach 1 million followers. Talk about what you do want, not what you don't. If you were to tell me about things that you really don't want to happen, you would have to first imagine what it would feel like if it did happen. So when we speak about something we don't want, our subconscious still mentally and emotionally experiences it, as we know this will change our vibration to what of the imagined unwanted experience. And that is what we will then attract. What you do want, not what you don't want. So the more we discuss that we don't want, the more it will show up for us. Instead, simply describe what do you want. For example, instead of saying I really don't want to be in debt anymore, say I want financial freedom. Or instead saying I hate being single, say I am excited to be in a healthy, loving relationship when the time is right. I want financial freedom. I want to manifest a successful career in music and content creation. I want to manifest a loving and healthy relationship where I can make money with the girl that I love. Use your awareness to ensure that rather than expressing what you fear, might happen or hope won't happen, you focus your energy on the things that you do want in your life so you can bring them into your reality. Amen. Amen to that. Guys, I'm reading Manifest as a little side chapter in what I'm doing. So we're going to go make mindful swaps. There's language that empowers us, that there's language that limits us. And the language we use matters. When we become more aware of the language we are using, we can implement some simple yet effective language swaps to help boost our manifesting power. For example, every time you find yourself saying, I can't do this, or it's too hard, you might choose instead to say, I will find a way to do this. Remember that your subconscious mind, the place that you manifest from, is obeying your conscious mind and listening to the language that you use. I had a client who really struggled with public speaking. He said that every week when the team meeting began on Monday morning, his palms would get sweaty and he would feel hot and fluttered at the thought of having to give his pitch. It was interfering with his weekends because the anticipation of it was becoming so overwhelming within our conversations. He kept using phrases, I hate public speaking, or I'm so inarticulate, and I'm terrible in team meetings. He was feeling his fear with his limiting language, but his way of speaking has become so automatic that he wasn't even aware of it. I encouraged him to spend the next week becoming conscious of whatever he was about to use of one of these phrases, and instead say this: I love being able to share my ideas with others, or I'm grateful to be a part of the team that listens to what I have to say, or I'm really confident speaker. I reminded him that it's okay if it felt a little uncomfortable to say these things, but to really commit to doing it anyway. When the next Monday team meeting came around, he told me that although his voice was shaking for the first few seconds, he managed to finish the pitch without stumbling over his words the way he usually did. I could see how proud he was of himself, and he told me the story. I felt so proud of him. The following week, he did it again. The week after, he told me in his own words that he was so looking forward to meeting on Mondays to share something new with the team. By changing his language, he was able to override his fear and doubt and increase his self-esteem surrounding public speaking. When we change our language, we change our experiences. Here are some examples of simple language swaps that we can use. I can't do it is a low vibe, low self-esteem. I will never succeed. I don't know how. I'm not good enough. It won't work out. I'm afraid of failing. Those are all low vibe, low self-esteem. High vibe, high self-esteem. I can do anything I put my mind to. I will do my best, and that is enough. I can ask for help to understand how. I'm capable of anything. Everything will work out exactly as it's supposed to. I'm excited to try. The journey of content creation. When I reach 40,000 followers, I'll know that I had a various amount of viral videos, maybe even surpass that. I am capable of becoming a person who's successful in the music industry alongside creating content and establishing that fan base of millions and millions of followers. So I am personally excited for this journey that you have for me, my Lord. And I appreciate everything that you've done. Become aware of the language that you use to make mindful swaps wherever possible, to keep feeding your subconscious with nourishing thoughts that will boost your self-worth, self-belief, and ability to attract abundance into your life. Accept compliments. Many of us grew up believing that speaking confidently about ourselves would make us seem arrogant, vain, or boastful. So we embrace the use of self-depreciating language and learn to put ourselves down in an attempt to be more likable. Take a second to think about all the times someone has paid you a compliment or congratulated you as an achievement. How many times did you respond with denial, objection, or by playing down your success? This has become such a natural way to respond to compliments, but it's doing more damage to your self-esteem than you might think. When a friend says to you, wow, you look really good, glowing and radiant today, and you respond with, no, I look awful, you send a message to your subconscious that you indeed look awful. Little by little, as we dismiss and reject the compliments and praise we receive from others, we subtly chip away at our own self-worth. From now on, commit to practicing a greater level of openness and gratitude when someone pays you a compliment. Take a moment to really hear what they have said and respond instead with nothing but those two magical words: thank you. When we open ourselves to receiving expression of love or praise from other people, we simultaneously begin to shift our subconscious belief about what we deserve. This is such a simple and effective change to make, and it's one that I absolutely love. Use mantras. We're gonna jump into that for the next one, guys.